Yeah, it's an interesting day. Hi, Brett.
Hi, Davo. Are you ready for today?
I'm ready.
Do you know what today is?
What are we doing? Let's see, it's Saturday.
Saturday.
So Saturday means that
It's adoption day, y'all!
you got the whole motion in there. Here. Still talking about adoption.
Yeah, we are.
We're in somebody else's house.
This is not our place.
This is not our office.
And we're waiting for them to get here.
They're not even here.
Yeah.
Right now.
But we just broke in. It's fine.
They trust us.
Don't call the cops.
We're actually at Tammy's house from Clara's Hope.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
With our mobile rig.
Ryan's here.
And Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
So that's important.
Good job. Way to go.
Nice dad joke.
Yeah.
Well done.
Wait. Come here, Ryan. Come here. Come here, son. Wait. We have this amazing opportunity to be able to interview Tammy Cromer of Clara's Hope and be able to kind of pick her brain a little bit on adoption. She handles adoption, foster care, any kind of counseling that a parent might need. She's well studied, like super knowledgeable about all this stuff. And so we're gonna be sitting down with her here in a little bit and then just kind of picking her brain, asking her a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna leave that interview portion up to him, because I'm gonna stand behind a camera awkwardly. Yay.
I mean, you're awkward in front of or behind.
I know.
It's awkward here too. So we're here talking with Tammy Cromer of Clara's Hope here in Fenton, Michigan. This is where we're from. And we're just generally talking about adoption life. The adoption life and all those things that it entails, and specifically what's the point, right? So a lot of you guys that are our viewers are people that are adopting or have adopted or adoptees yourselves. This is something that we just want to continue to be candid and honest about. So here's Tammy.
Hi.
Hi. And yeah, there's a dog.
There's our dog.
Also, why'd you set the dog off, Ryan? I guess what I was thinking about recently was I actually have been going through my parents' home study, which has been really interesting, and reading the documents and that kind of stuff. And before I have described myself as a well-adjusted adult. Like I've had people talk to me, and we've been talking about, like, how do you describe yourself? And I see myself as an adult, as an adoptee, as an Asian, but I've used the phrase well-adjusted before. And then I found my parents' home study stuff and all their paperwork and all that, and I was reading through it. And my mom's answer to the question, "What is your definition of a successful adoption?" just had the 3 words, "well-adjusted adult." That was her answer, and I never heard her say that to me.
Really?
I don't know. Like, what was your home study process like? And
Well, you're making me think, because I don't know what I answered, actually. Now I got to go back and look. But our home study process, we knew that we wanted to have a bigger family. We had 3 biological kids at that time, and we wanted to expand our family, and that was enough biological kids for us. It was tough to have them, and we really just we felt like there were kids out there that could be a good fit for our family, and we could be a good fit for them. And we really felt strongly about a sibling group. So we weren't going to do foster care. We were just going straight adoption.
sure.
The fun part is our plans are always hilarious. And that's not what happened at all. But our home study really, I remember the social worker coming out and giving us this huge packet of paper
Sure.
that was overwhelming. And the way I often explain it to people is, when you first apply for a mortgage, they give you this packet.
Right.
And you have to go and find every document you've ever touched ever in your life that has to do with finances. And it's very similar. A home study is kind of a picture of your family with words on paper.
You guys are pretty intentional about
Try to be.
just about everything, at least in my experience with you Cromers.
We try to be.
If you could define what's success in adoption?
For one, it's for my kids to be comfortable of who they are, and not trying to fill a role, but to be who they are, as opposed to be something or someone that they feel pressured into.
Sure.
All 6 of my kids are very individual.
Yeah.
And I want them to be. I don't want them to be carbon copies or whatnot. Like our 6th grader, Josh, will come home from school and he'll say, my teacher said this to me. I'm like, oh, your teachers really like you. And he'll try to slip in and say, oh, it's because they had Lily. I'm like, oh, no. No, it has nothing to do, them liking you is because you're worth knowing.
Yeah.
So I want my kids to know they're worth knowing, that they're valued, and that they can grow up and be who they are and be happy and independent and successful.
Yeah. What's switching gears just
Yeah.
because we're AGA
Yep.
and you've
You
seen
are.
our other stuff before. What's the most ridiculous thing anybody's ever said to you regarding adoption?
Do I narrow it down? Well, where'd you get them?
Uh-huh.
I usually answer something stupid like the store. And then I'm like, do you really think that's an appropriate question in front of my children?
Yeah. Do you just address it that way?
yeah.
Do you just go straight at it?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
pretty direct. Unless it's like a cute little old grandma who's she's trying to ask the right questions.
Sure.
But most people are just nosy.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what I wanted to get across in talking about raising adults, but, I think, just think it's an important topic.
Well, one of the things that comes up a lot at our house is, especially as our kids our younger kids are 8 and 11. And those two happen to be adopted.
Right.
And one of the things like, I don't need to know that, or my friends don't have to do that or whatnot. And often my response is, well, I'm not raising boys, I'm raising men.
Right.
I'm not raising girls, I'm raising women.
Yep.
So the answer to a lot of the comebacks from my kids or whatnot of why do I have to do this? One is we're the Cromers and that's our identity.
Sure.
And two is, well, I'm not raising you to be 11 forever.
Right. Right. Which is kind of, I feel like is a universal to parenting in general, right? Like it's
One would hope, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah. I would hope that would be the universal for parenting in general. But even biological kids, you see a lot of the,
Oh, yeah.
we had kids to have kids.
Right.
And, I have found that in a lot of our study and a lot of our interviews that we've done, that a lot of the people that adopt, I'm not going to say it necessarily that way, but like the having the rescuer, the hero mentality plays into.
Yes. And you can get sucked into that real easy.
Yeah.
Our little guy I always ask permission to share his story, and he says it's okay.
Sure.
So I won't share it unless I have permission.
Right.
Our little guy was very, 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 very sick when he came to us. Not physically, but emotionally. And at 7 months, he didn't smile. He didn't respond. You think of a 7-month-old, and they just babble, and they're hilarious, and they think things are funny, and no smile or anything like that, and very just flat.
Yeah.
Like his lifeless. And it took 2 months for us to get him to smile. And then he was selectively mute, which means he had the ability to talk but did not until he was almost 4.
Huh.
So we taught him sign language, which was brilliant,
Yeah.
smart kid. But he taught himself the alphabet by watching a signing time video one time.
Huh.
Like that,
Okay.
like amazing.
Sure.
By sight, sign, and sound. So he knew the phonetic, he knew the sight of it, he could identify it in a book, and he could sign it. But he still couldn't talk.
Sure.
And a lot of that had to do with just the trauma that had happened. So then I kind of took it on myself, well, I've got to fix him.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. So that created some conflict
Sure.
until I got that kind of straight in my brain.
Sure.
It's not my job.
So let's talk about Clara's Hope. What's the one? What's Clara's Hope? Just for our people, because we've referenced you a few
Yes,
times,
you
but
have.
people don't really maybe know what that means yet.
Well, Clara's Hope came about. It's a nonprofit that we operate out of our church, the Freedom Center, but we operate independently. We just use them as the hub. But basically, Clara's Hope is a nonprofit specifically geared to help foster and adoptive families have success. Because what we found is the bulk of things out there are specifically only for the child
Yeah.
and not for the family unit as whole.
Okay.
And if we don't keep the whole family healthy, nobody's going to really be healthy.
Yeah. So again, we're here talking with Tammy of Clara's Hope, and this has just been a fun time to get to know somebody else that's part of this adoption sphere, or what are we calling it? The adoption
Triad.
triad. If if you need to know what that is, go look it up. And this has been super fun.
Yeah, I like
so thank you so much for joining us and for contributing and just for all you guys do. And
Absolutely. We appreciate you.
yeah, this has been a good time. So that was fun.
That was fun.
We had a good time.
I stood behind a camera.
You stood over there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Ryan also stood over there.
Brian did a little dance.
We sipped some tea while you guys were,
You
you know,
did sip
talking.
tea. I don't feel like a professional. I'm not a professional interviewer.
Oh.
I lost track of my thoughts like several times. Go check out Clara's Hope.
Yeah.
On their website, on Twitter, and on Facebook. They got a lot of cool things and a lot of excellent resources, as well as ways to get involved with foster care and with adoption that are very important and very necessary. And they're intentional about it. They've really thought through what they're doing, and
Unlike us.
yeah, and we support
Whoops.
them tremendously.
Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe on our channel. Go check us out on the social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. Is this in shot, Ryan? Ryan, is my finger in shot?
Right in the middle.
So, Facebook, Instagram. And you know, yes, we're adopted. Don't make it weird.
See how we did that? You need to animate it and your head explodes. Right there. Just like-